these SPFs, they can be so confusing. What is it? The 30,
So
the
actually,
70?
SPF is more for sun protection factor, which is for UVB rays, and is more as a cancer protector because UVB rays are the ones which lead to skin cancers. And for the Caucasian or the fair skin type, it is the cancers which are a big problem. So different skin types have different problems. So the fair skin patients do have more of cancers, melanomas as their problem, whereas the darker skin type patients have more of pigmentation, melasma, and those has an issue. So your SPF will just give you UVB protection levels, but anything above 30 SPF will give you almost 96% of protection from UVB rays. And then when from 30 to 50, the 96 goes to 98. Like the difference is hardly 2% by just, then more, increasing it much more.
Got it. So even
So
yeah.
SPF 100 and all are like not, I mean, they are just something that people tend to buy. It's a marketing gimmick. Most people want to buy the best SPF and saying, I use SPF 100, but SPF is giving you actually UVB protection. What aging and, tanning happen, they happen through the UVA rays. And for that, there are different ratings which are available. The Boot Star rating is there. The PA+++ ratings are there. So 4+ or 5+ PA+ ratings are good for UVA protection. So there's also water resistance which is there. So you need to see what, if you're swimming, then you should use a water resistant sunscreen.
Got it.
So, and then, for usually for children, we prefer using only purely physical sunscreens. But for, adults, we use a mixture of physical with chemical sunscreens, which helps.
Got it. So basically, if you use a 30, an SPF 30, you should be okay. Is there any case where
not for hiking and,
Right.
not for going outdoors, but SPF 30 is good for city life where you're, getting off into a cab or something that a vehicle that takes you to from one place to another, and then again you go to an indoor covered place. So it's good for that use. But suppose you're going trekking, hiking, swimming, for long hours, then you need higher SPF. That time, a 50 SPF should be better because it gives you longer cover. When the SPF goes up, the decay goes down of the sun protection factor. So the only advantage of higher SPF is that you get longer cover.
Got it. But
instead
if
of a normal sunscreen
30...
which gives you 3-hour cover.
Sorry, go ahead.
So if you have a 30 SPF, so it would be like, you'll have to reapply it every 3-4 hours. That's important too. And sunscreen effects last only for 3 to 4 hours. So every time you're stepping out in the sun, you must put the sunscreen. That's the rule.
That's a lot of work.
That's the ideal scenario, as you asked for the ideal scenario. But I have a lot of patients who do that because it's just part of getting into routine. It's like brushing your teeth. Now, you brush your teeth every day and, it just becomes part of you.
Yeah.
So like that, if you start putting moisturizer sunscreens for a few months regularly, then it just becomes part of your routine. As long as you get the correct products. See, sometimes if you feel you put sunscreen and your skin is feeling sticky and oily, means you need to change your product. Your products should be so comfortable for you that you put them every day and you should never feel, sticky, oily, or, you shouldn't feel like, oh, you want to get it out, or it shouldn't be so dry that, oh, you want to put more cream. It has to be the perfect balance.
Right. As they say, there is nothing like bad weather. There is just bad gear for the weather. So
Yes.
also your sunscreen, there's nothing like bad sunscreen. It is about just finding the right one for
Yes.
you, making it part
Some
of
people
you.
like silicone-based sunscreen. Some people like water-based sunscreen. Some people like, so it's different, different likes, because every sensation, some people like certain kinds of products on their skin. And some people like, more lighter products on their skin.
Right. Yeah, I remember using sunscreen while I was in Mumbai, and it would I had to try many different types to get something that would keep my skin not sticky. And now here in Vancouver, my skin is so super dry that I have to use a completely different one. So I guess where you are also then will determine what kind of sunscreen that you will end up using. Yeah, that is important to note, I guess.